All right, so this is a great application to this present value problem. So many of you have bought a car or are going to buy a car, and I can tell you this in my face-to-face class, we go over this a lot. You never want to buy a brand new car unless it is a screaming deal. And I know right now, through this whole coronavirus thing, there are some screaming deals out there. So I'm not saying never, but hardly ever should you buy a new car. The minute you drive that car off the lot, you have just lost about anywhere between $4,000 and $8,000, depending on what the car is. It just depreciates that fast. If you buy a used car, the depreciation level goes down slower. So you're still losing money, it's just you're not losing that much money right away. So this is a great example. You walk into a car dealer and they say, hey, do I have a deal for you? I'm going to give you options. You can either buy a car for 0% interest rate, or you can buy a car, you pay 6% interest, but we'll give you a $4,307 rebate. Now, what that means is you don't get that money in your hand. They just take that off of the price of the car. So then the question is, okay, what's the better deal, right? So if you go in to buy a car, make sure you're prepared. Make sure that you know what your payments are going to be. Make sure that you know, because what they do is they come at you as not what's the total price that you're going to pay, but what can you afford every month. All right, so you can tell I've been through this before. Okay, so here's the scenario. You're buying a $29,378 car. You have two choices. You're making 72 payments. The interest rate is 6% compounded monthly. Okay, so the 0% side is super easy. You're not being charged, but you're paying full price. Okay, so for this side, you're just going to take the full price and you're going to divide it by the number of payments. So 29,378 divided by 72. Which means your payments per month are $408.03. That's how much you would pay every month. If you did $408.03 times 72, you would get $29,378. Okay, close to it because I had to round. Now, for this one, we're getting a rebate, right? So again, we want to know what's the better price. So here we're getting a rebate. So we're going to take the $29,378 and we're going to subtract off 4307, and that answer, 29,378 minus 4307. So we are actually borrowing, $25,071. That's what we would be borrowing. So this is our present value, okay? So let's set up our formula. We have present value of, so I'm going to, I don't want 25,071. Okay, so 25,071. We're looking for the payment. 1 minus 1 plus. Now here is where the I can be confusing. We only are given the rate and compounded monthly, so we actually have to write that out. And then, but we're given how many payments. So make sure that that is your negative 72. And then on the bottom, 0.06 divided by 12. Okay, so order of operations, I'm going to get this value here, 0.06 divided by 12 plus 1 raised to the negative 72. And again, make sure you use the negative sign, not the minus sign. Still looking for the payment. 25,071 is what we're borrowing. Okay, so this answer is all of this in the parentheses raised to the negative 72. So now I'm going to go minus, 1 minus 0.6983024303, and I get 0.301697567 divided by 0.005. So let's see, I'm going to do this over here. So I'm getting 60.3395 times the payment equals 25,071. So we're going to go 25,071 divided by 60.3395. So my payment, so all I did is I just divided both sides. So my payment is $415.50. Okay? So the payment for my second choice is higher. All right? Now, which is the better deal? Well, based on payments, the 0% financing is the better deal, right? But let's multiply 415.50 times 72. So for this one, the bottom line is we paid $29,916 total. And how I got that is I took my payment times the number of payments. So 415.50 times 72 gives me 29,916. So we borrowed 25,000, we paid back almost 30,000. Okay, so we paid back almost $5,000, which, look, the 4307, that's very close to that. Okay, so payment-wise, I'm paying more. With 0% financing, I'm only paying $29,378. With the payments, $29,916. So you can see that in this case, the 0% financing is the better deal. How much is it better? Well, 415.50 minus 408.03 gives me $7.47. So I'm saving $7.47 every month by going with 0% financing. Now, here's the kicker. This is not always the case. Depending on how much your rebate is and what your interest rate, sometimes it is cheaper and a better buy to go with the financing because they're giving you enough back to override the full amount, the full payment. Okay, so now you are geared up, you have the tools to be able to go buy a car and make wise decisions.